Have you ever noticed that just when you think you worked through something, the same pattern keeps showing up again and again? It can feel like you're peeling a never ending onion, each layer revealing yet another block. I often hear my clients who are established coaches and healers say, "But I've already worked on this. Why is this still coming up? I did so much inner work around this." I get it. It can be so frustrating. And that's where I can help. I'm Dr. Katja Rusanen, spiritual counselor and best-selling author of Your Spiritual Curriculum. And today, I want to share with you a key that can finally help you break free from the karmic cycle and accelerate your spiritual growth. And at the end of this talk, I promise to give you a guided experience. And as I work with high vibrational energies, for your safety, I ask you that you are not driving or doing something that requires your full focus while listening. So you can pause this and come back when you can, as I want you to be safe. So let's get back to my clients. Like when they describe the never ending onion, I often recognize the karmic nature of that experience. And I see where they are stuck, as that's my gift. You've probably heard also the saying that what goes around comes around. But have you ever stopped to ask why? And here's what I believe. I believe that karma isn't here to make us suffer. It's here to help us awaken. It's the most patient teacher, giving us opportunity after opportunity to learn in this earth school. And let me tell you, I have been studying some of the lessons several times, and I did not always see karma as a teacher. But things shifted when I got guidance and found this one thing that I now want to share with you because that changed my life. And that's exactly what inspired today's topic, breaking the karmic cycle. Accelerate your spiritual growth with this one thing. Because what if the reason those patterns keep showing up isn't because you are a bad person, that you are doing something wrong, but because they are trying to teach you something on soul level. And every challenge, every emotional trigger, every again moment is a lesson designed to help you grow, what I call your spiritual curriculum. And the one thing that can shift everything, the key to breaking free from the karmic repetition, is finding the soul level lesson. So why? So why do we then struggle so much to find the lesson? When we go through challenging times, when our mind is tormented, when our emotions are turbulent, and sometimes we just address the physical or the mental or the emotional or even the spiritual level, but forget that they are all connected. And hence we need to pay attention to all of them. So let's take a deeper look here. So physical, we might try to run from karma. We might change circumstances. We might move. We might end relationship, change job. But the pattern eventually finds us again because it lives within, not around us. So it comes back. At the mental level, we might understand the pattern, even explain it perfectly, but knowing something intellectually isn't transforming it. It's like learning to swim by reading a book. And then emotional, We try releasing, we work on forgiving and healing, and this works for a while, and we feel lighter, but triggers reopen the wound if it's not truly cleaned. And that is where we need the spiritual level that I call soul level. We need to see our life from soul's perspective to truly transform. And this is embracing the soul lessons. This is where true karmic resolution happens. And here's the one thing for you, the question that can change everything. You can ask, what am I learning here in a positive sense? When we work on all levels together, because they are all connected, we have a chance for a sustainable transformation. When we get the learning, the pattern no longer holds power over us. And if it repeats, we can navigate through it with greater ease. Once the soul lesson is learned, the energy is complete, and you are free to move forward. Thanks to the gift of grace. Now I want to give you a moment and see what comes up when you ask yourself this question. Is there something in your life that keeps resurfacing, even though you've worked on it again and again? Maybe that's your soul inviting you to look deeper, beyond doing something different, beyond the emotional release, beyond the mindset shift, to the spiritual knowing that brings you to true liberation. So I give you a moment here. Maybe something came up for you, and just have compassion with yourself. If you receive something or if something is still on its way, we're going to work on more on that in a moment. But let's now take a look at the karmic cycles in two ways. The common perspective of balance, the eye for an eye principle, where an imbalance must be restored. And then there is a perspective that I want you to focus on now, the curriculum. And here the pattern repeats to give us another chance to choose with greater love, wisdom, and awareness. This is the perspective I emphasize. Karma being a teacher in soul's classroom. But even when we get this, we still can get stuck. Many spiritual seekers fall into what's called the great path of becoming, and I've been there too. The belief that liberation comes from perfecting ourselves. We try to turn the bad karma into good karma, and that is a long road. But the true liberation doesn't come from perfecting the personality. It comes from transcending the identification with it, finding the soul level lesson and accepting the gift of grace. Freedom isn't achieved through perfection. It's realized when we awaken to the state of no karma at all. And as one of my spiritual teachers says, the blessings already are. So how do we realize that freedom? We don't erase our story. We learn from it. And through learning, we free ourselves from the prison of the past. And we gain freedom because our past. Because we are extracting the wisdom from it. And you can see this in the spiritual records. You might have heard about the Akashic records. Akashic records are where all the events have been recorded, all that has happened through all the lifetimes and existences. And then there is higher records that go beyond the Akashic. They hold the distilled wisdom and the soul's learnings, the essence of the growth gained through experiences. When I started to do this work with my clients, my awareness kept traveling to what I call soul realm. And from that place, I had a way to access information that really helped to shift my clients' perspective. And I was then able to help them to also retrieve that information. And later, my spiritual counselor talked about these higher records where soul's learning is recorded. And I was like, it's the place where I've been going. Now I have the name for the place. So this is the work that I love to do with my clients, as when we access to their soul's wisdom, what once felt like a burden becomes a source of blessing, as we see it in a new light. What once seemed unfair reveals divine intelligence, and we can make peace with it. From that elevated perspective, you live not as the story, but as the storyteller, aligned with your soul's co-creative partnership with the divine. And this elevated perspective is what allows us to shift the question entirely. The soul keeps bringing us the same lesson until we truly see it, until we see the gift in that lesson. It is breaking this cycle through a single powerful shift in focus. We stop focusing on that pain and suffering and start focusing on the lessons we have learned. So I want you now to ask yourself this question. And this is the one thing that can change everything. When you ask yourself, what am I learning as a soul having a human experience through this situation? And I added there as a soul having a human experience, because sometimes as we are in that torment of our mind, when we are in the turbulence of the emotions, and we are working through all of that, we need to lift our awareness to see, as when we find the lesson, it is easier to work with us, with the physical, with the mental, and with the emotional levels too. Because all of them are important. All of them need to be acknowledged. And that's the gift as well, when we have someone holding the space and helping us to uplift our awareness to the soul realm and access those records. Because when you have the soul's wisdom, how you see your past will change. And then that will change everything. It won't change what happened. It happened. But it will change the story you are telling about it. Instead of being the victim of the world, you become the hero of your story, the brave soul having this human experience and using it for its growth, learning, and upliftment. It is possible for us. It is available for us. But we got to seek the lesson. When we shift our focus from why is this happening to me, that really focuses on the pain and the suffering and often brings in the victim energy, to why is this happening for me? And that is the soul level questions. But this shift helps us to move from suffering, seeking learning. And I know this shift is profound because it changed my own life. For years, I was just focused on the suffering of the devastating loss at the age of 16, when my first boyfriend died by suicide. I was focused on that suffering. I was asking, why did this happen to me? But thanks to spiritual teachers on the way, they helped me to start seeing my life from soul's perspective. And I started seeing that this happened for me, so I could learn to love myself again. I could accept the gift of grace, and I could share with others and help them to liberate themselves from the prison of the past. Because I know now it's possible. And this is what I really truly want for you. I want you to be free and enjoy this life. Have a 5-star life here. As you can see it from soul's perspective, you can see this beautiful opportunity that we have here. That's what I wish for you. So next time when you find yourself in a challenging situation, or maybe you are in that kind of situation right now, I invite you to ask this super powerful question. And this is the one thing that can change everything. This question is, what am I here to learn through this? In a positive sense. Super important to add that part. And that one question shifts everything. It moves you from just focusing on the suffering. You start seeking that lesson. You start extracting the wisdom. And once you get this whole lesson, the pattern no longer holds the power over you. And that is the key for our liberation. We liberate ourselves from those patterns that once held us as prisoners. We kept repeating and repeating over and over and over again. We are setting ourselves free through awareness. So now, I want to put this into practice. I want to help you to integrate what we have talked here. And of course, in my book, Your Spiritual Curriculum, I'm walking through all the steps. Now we are focusing more on the third step. And earlier I asked if there is a pattern that keeps repeating in your life. It might be something you already have worked on many times, or something that's just popped into your mind. And maybe there are moments when you keep asking, why is this happening to me? So I want you now to bring that moment into your mind. Now I want to guide you through an experience. And through this experience, we start traveling to that place of soul realm. And it is my intention just to support you and guide you in whatever you're going through in life, or whatever is holding you back from truly living your dreams and having that 5-star life. So I will be using some words. If they don't resonate with you, feel free to translate them in your mind however you want. Make this work for you. So let's just get comfortable and close our eyelids. You can place your hands on top of your heart if that feels good for you. And start taking those deep breaths through your nose, and you release through your mouth. And let's invite some spiritual assistance for us. As I'm asking, dear Father, Mother God, allow us now to step into your light. We have gathered here as we would love to access our soul's wisdom. We would love to access the wisdom that is recorded in the higher records. The learning that we have done here in the Earth School. we have this specific moment in our mind, or if there is something else that needs to come forward, we are open to that too, as we are setting intention to free ourselves from this pattern through the learning, through the lesson. And let us see what is for our highest good. And I'm calling forward great archangels to create a safe and sacred place for us, a place where we can trust. And in this safe place, I'm asking that if there is any energy that doesn't belong to us, I'm asking that those will be released. And I'm asking that any karma, any negativity, anything of the lower nature will be cleared for the highest good. I'm asking our mind to allow us this moment here, allow us to see ourselves from the new perspective. Whatever we have gone through in the past, allow us to know that our past does not need to equal our future. And allow us to find the compassion, to embrace our emotion, embrace our feelings, and recognize what is happening within us right now. Just allowing us to see and feel. And also allow us to have that greater awareness as we check in into our doings and not doings in the physical level. Allow us to see what we need to see. And I'm asking the great archangels support us here as we put our focus in our crown chakra on top of our head. We are just focusing there. And we are inviting our awareness to travel with great archangels all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to the soul realm. And this is a place where you are safe, where you are loved and supported. And this is the place where you can see your life from soul's perspective. And as you arrive to this place, you feel love, you feel even more relaxed. You can ask the guidance from your soul, as your soul already knows. And from this place where you are supported also with all the great archangels, you can imagine that you see a movie screen appearing in front of you. And this movie screen will show you a scene. You might see it, you might hear it, you might know it, you might feel or taste or even smell it. Whatever way it comes to you, just notice what comes As you ask your soul to show something, a situation in your life where you can apply what we have been talking here. And as the scene appears, I invite you to have compassion with yourself as you have done the very best you can. Allowing yourself to send love, send light to that situation, and all the great archangels are doing the same. We are just accepting what happened, and now we have this opportunity to learn through it and turn that pain into purpose, into higher wisdom. So ask your soul, as your soul already knows, what am I learning through this experience in a positive sense? And see what comes forward for you. Maybe you received something. Maybe it's still on its way. Just allow yourself to tune into your heart and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Trusting that you will receive the lesson learned with divine time, whether it's right now or later. Allowing yourself to just shower yourself with that divine light, letting the light fill each and every cell in your body. Allowing the light also surround you. And allowing yourself also send love to each and every cell in your body. Really, truly embracing your body, your mind, and your beautiful soul. Saying once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And once that's done, we ask great archangels to guide us back. And they gently start guiding our awareness to travel back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back through your crown chakra. All parts of you are coming back. And allow yourself to move your body a little bit as you adjust. And once again, focusing on your heart, let's say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we thank great archangels for their support. And we thank the opportunity to learn here in the Earth School. And let us have the love and compassion towards ourselves and others. And so it is. Amen. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and see your life in a new light. You might want to move a little bit and just let me know, how was this experience for you? And you can set yourself this powerful intention. I choose to see my life or this situation through my soul's eyes. I choose to see the lessons I'm learning and set myself free. So karma is a very complex, and the karmic cycles keep repeating until the lessons are learned. We stay stuck if we focus on that suffering, but we move forward when we start focusing on the learning, the lessons, and the soul's growth. That's when everything changes. Because when you seek the lesson, you gain awareness. And when you gain awareness, then you have a choice. And when you have that choice, then you can take more loving action. And when you can take those more loving action and see your life from soul's perspective, that's when you experience that true freedom. So that is a way to break the karmic cycle. And if you'd like to go deeper into this process, the full 5-step soul success methods is in my book, Your Spiritual Curriculum, with practical guidance and stories to help you see your life from your soul's perspective. Your soul didn't come here to suffer. It came here to learn. Take good care of you, and thank you so much for tuning in.